Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a first impressions and review on the new Too Faced Born This Way Super Coverage Concealer. I was so excited when I first saw that this was coming out. I'm a huge fan of the original Born This Way concealer, and when I got a package from Too Faced in the mail with the entire shade range, I was completely blown away. I'm so happy and so grateful to Too Faced for sending this to me. I never thought in a million years that a company as big as Too Faced would send me anything, so I'm so excited that I got to try these out. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you will see from my Instagram stories how excited I was when I first got this in the mail. Oh my god, you guys. I don't know what I did to deserve all this, but wow. I actually love the first Born This Way concealer that they came out with, so I'm so excited to try this out. And I also heard that this is very comparable, if not better, than the Tarte Shape Tape. So I'm going to put that to the test today and let you guys know. So first I want to start off by saying that this concealer is marketed as a multi-use sculpting concealer, and it is used in 4 different ways: to conceal, contour, highlight, and retouch. And according to the website, it says that it's an oil-free, non-comedogenic formula. It's weightless, hydrating, so that the skin is never cakey or dry, which is great for under eyes. It is long wearing for 12 hours, okay, and it does not cause flashback, which is great for photos because a lot of concealers do. So this concealer retails for $29 and you are getting 0.5 fluid ounces in the bottle. As you guys can clearly see, this is a huge bottle. It honestly looks closer to the size of a foundation. If you guys want to see for comparison references, this is the original Too Faced Born This Way concealer, and you get 0.23 fluid ounces in this, which is a little bit less than half of what you are getting in this. And this concealer retails for $28. So for $1 more, you are literally getting double the amount of product in this. So the packaging looks exactly like their Born This Way foundation. It has the black top and like this like frosted plastic bottle, and it just has a screw off top. And what's a little bit different about this, it has a doe foot applicator, which I really do like with concealers. But if you guys could see that up close, the doe foot has a little bit of a point at the tip of it, and they call this a diamond doe foot applicator, I believe. And what their claim to this, working a little bit better than the traditional doe foot applicator, is that the point gives just a little bit more precision when applying the product. Honestly, I don't really know if that makes much of a difference, but we will see when I test it out. I also want to show you guys a comparison of this concealer with the Tarte Shape Tape. In the Tarte Shape Tape, you get 0.38 fluid ounce, I think that's what that says, or 10 milliliters. And then this one is 15 milliliters. So you could see that the packaging looks a little bit bigger. You're only getting 5 milliliters more in this one. So the concealers come in 20 different shades, which I think is a great number for concealers. I don't always feel like we need as many concealers as we do foundations. The only thing I have to say is that I feel like there are way too many light concealers that are way too similar in shade, and I definitely feel like the lighter ones could have been a little bit more condensed together and we could have gotten a little bit more darker shades. I'm going to swatch all 20 shades on my arm and show you guys them and show you what I mean. So from left to right, we have Swan, Snow, Almond, Porcelain, Vanilla, Nude, Golden Beige, Light Beige, Natural Beige, and Warm Beige. And as you guys can see, some of the lighter shades, especially the first two on the left, look very similar to each other. And honestly, after really looking at all the swatches, most of them do have different undertones from each other. They do look pretty similar, but you can clearly see that they do have different undertones. Now these are the darker shades, and from left to right, there is Sand, Warm Sand, Honey, Butterscotch, Mocha, Maple, Chestnut, Mahogany, Toffee, and Cocoa. And as you guys can see, there really are only like 3, maybe 4 darker shades, and the rest are really for more like medium tan skin tones. So maybe instead of condensing the lighter shades, like I said, I feel like they should maybe just add a few more of the darker shades, because there really aren't that many. And honestly, there definitely aren't any shades that someone with a darker skin tone could contour with. I obviously already have my eyes done, my brows, I have my foundation on, and that's it. I'm going to use this product to conceal, highlight, and contour, and then I'm gonna set everything and wait a few hours and tell you guys how it holds up on my skin. So the shade that I'm going to go in with to just conceal under my eyes is the shade Golden Beige. I believe that this should be a close match. Then I'm going to take my damp Morphe sponge and blend this out. I think that this is a pretty good color, I guess. Normally when I do conceal, I like to use concealers that are a little bit on the more lighter side, but I wanted to find something that was a little closer to what my foundation shade is, and then I'll go in with a lighter shade to highlight with. So going to blend that out. And it's blending really well. I feel like it definitely, just from applying it first, I feel like it's definitely very full coverage, definitely very comparable to the Tarte Shape Tape as far as like the consistency of it. And wow, it blended out really nicely. It's definitely not dry at all. I feel like some concealers dry very quickly, so you have to blend them very quickly, like as soon as you apply it, but this is blending out beautifully and I really like it. It's definitely a lot lighter than I thought it was going to be actually, so. The shade that I have in mind for the highlight may be a little too light, but yeah, so far, blends out really nicely. Yeah, that went on really nicely. I have to point out first that I don't tend to really like more like really thick full coverage concealers just because my under eyes crease like hell. I've never found a concealer that literally did not crease under my eyes, so just wanted to point that out. I feel like it definitely feels very hydrating, if that even makes sense. I feel like a lot of concealers upon first application just feel very drying, and it really does feel like hydrating. I don't know. I really like it though. So yeah, so far I'm very impressed. So the shade I'm gonna go into highlight with is the shade Nude. I was trying to decide between Nude or Vanilla, but now that the shade I just used to conceal with is a little bit lighter than what I thought it was, I think I'm gonna go in with Nude. Hopefully this isn't too bright. So I'm just going to go over my under eye a little bit just to like brighten up a little bit more. And then I'm going to go down the bridge of my nose and on my forehead a little bit, just like in the typical areas that we would highlight our face. A little bit on my chin. A little bit more on. Like I said, I'm not really a fan of like super, super heavy coverage concealers, but for the sake of the video, we're just going to go all out with this. And then I'm going to go in with the same sponge and just blend all that out. This is definitely very bright, but like I said, I do like more of a bright under eye and a bright color to conceal with. Definitely very bright. I don't know how this is picking up for you guys, but I feel like it looks okay. So yeah, that blended out very easily as well. Normally after I apply my concealer, I immediately go in with my powder to set my under eyes just because I do get a little bit creasy under my eye, but I'm going to use this product to contour with as well, so I'm not gonna set everything until after. I also want to point out that I don't typically cream contour, but since this product is also marketed as a contour product, I thought I would try that out as well. So the two shades that I grabbed to contour with are Mocha and Maple. Mocha's a little bit lighter, this one's a little darker. I don't know which one is going to work for me. I think I'm gonna go with the lighter one just in case that this is a little bit too dark, and like I said, I don't really cream contour that often, so I don't want to do anything too dark. So I'm going to go in with Mocha, and I'm just going to contour typically where I do contour. And I'm not going to use too much product because I don't know. I guess that's good. I don't think anything darker I'm gonna need at all. So to blend all that out, I'm going to take my Artiste brushes. I don't want to blend it out with a sponge just because the sponge is so big and I'm not really used to cream contouring, so I don't want this to like get all over the place. So hopefully I can have more control when I use these types of brushes. So I'm just gonna blend that. I feel like that is blending really nicely. Like I mentioned before, a lot of concealers are very drying and you literally have to blend them out the second you put them on. This, whoa, this I feel like they're very hydrating and they don't feel drying at all. So it's like you don't really have to rush to blend it immediately. I don't know, I feel like it's a little low there, but I feel like it's blending out very nicely. I feel like I put a little bit too much on my forehead. Maybe I'll go in with the sponge up there. Yeah, I feel like that's blending out really nicely. I'm gonna go in with a smaller Artiste brush to blend out my nose contour. I don't ever cream contour my nose, so let's just hope this comes out okay. I feel like that blended out pretty nicely. Let me just blend out under here. And I'm going to go back in with the highlight just to highlight a little bit down my nose again. Just because I feel like the contour is kind of hiding that. I have to say that I'm very impressed by this. I'm very picky when it comes to concealers being very drying, especially for my under eye, and I have to say that I really do like this a lot just upon first impression of it. Like honestly, I always feel like I have to immediately set my under eyes, and like it does not, like just to the touch, it does not feel drying at all, which is like astonishing to me. Like I can't get over how like hydrated my under eyes feel. Like this is so weird to me. So now I'm going to set everything, put on a lip, put on some highlight, and we're gonna wear this for a few hours and I'm gonna let you know if it really does hold up. Okay, so I set my under eyes with my regular Kat Von D Shade and Light contour palette. I also went over the contour a little bit with this palette, and then I set my foundation with my Charlotte Tilbury powder. And yeah, I put on a lip, obviously, as you guys see, but honestly, you guys, upon first impression, I'm super impressed with this concealer, especially for someone like me who creases like almost immediately under my eyes. This looks so good. Like I literally feel like my skin looks absolutely flawless, and I've never found a concealer that does that. I put a little bit of highlight on as well, but yeah, so obviously the true test is whether or not it will crease over time and how long it really will last. The claims are that this lasts 12 hours, so I'm not going to give it 12 hours, but I'm going to definitely give it a few hours because that's ultimately when I crease, in a few hours. So yeah, first impressions, I really do love it, but we are going to see how well it holds up. So I will see you guys in a few hours.
6.5 hours later.
Hey guys, so it has been quite a few hours later since I initially applied this, and I apologize if the lighting is a little weird. It's dark outside now, but honestly, I am so impressed with this concealer. I have to say that on me personally, I like it a lot better than the Tarte Shape Tape. I feel like the Tarte Shape Tape almost like immediately creases on my under eye, and this, I mean, there's a teeny bit of creasing, but nothing compared to like a lot of other concealers I've tried out. I'm gonna see if I can zoom you guys in and see if you guys can really see that. I do get a little bit of creasing like right here, and I mean, I do have a little bit, but like I said, nothing compared to what I normally get with other concealers, and my eyes are super bloodshot too, I'm sorry. But yeah, I am a huge fan of this. I am so happy that I got the chance to try it out. I'm so grateful to Too Faced for sending this to me and for you guys for even making this possible. I honestly am forever grateful to all of you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please give this a like if you did. Leave me a comment down below if there are any other products that you guys would like me to test out and try. And please subscribe if you guys aren't already. And yeah, I will see you guys in my next video.